y'all, we back with another video. I am proud to announce I have passed my NCLEX in 79 questions. I took my test yesterday. I just received my results today. Not my official results, but the Board of Nursing has posted my licensure on the website. So I'm excited to announce that, and I just wanted to make a video to talk about my opinion on Uworld and my study plan and how I prepped to take the NCLEX 2022. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope I can help you in some way. Although I know that the new generation testing is coming out next year, 2023. So maybe it can still help you. So here we go. So my opinion on Uworld. I used Uworld to prep for the NCLEX. I bought Uworld right before I graduated. I graduated May 7th, so I bought it, I think, at the end of April. I didn't really use it, but a couple times I didn't really focus in on it until like after I graduated, and I started studying with Uworld a week after. So a week after May 7th. So up until that day and this week, a month and a half that I have been preparing for NCLEX, and I solely used Uworld. I used the question bank. I bought the one with 2 assessments. I think it was a good purchase. I really do think it's worth the money. If you don't think you're gonna need the 2 assessments, it's okay to just have one and just take that one close to your NCLEX. But I purchased the 2 self-assessments, and they were helpful, I guess, to really have that format of taking more than just a small amount of questions, because it was 100 questions and it was timed, and you only had so much time you could access it. So it made you really, sit there and focus in on it and do it in one trial run. Of course, you can pause the test and come back to it later, but I think it's good to go ahead and do it all at once to really see where you're at scoring wise. But the one thing I do want to say, my question bank score was 51% throughout my entire time doing the questions. And I personally got a little frustrated because I'm like, okay, I'm looking up online, I'm looking at other people's YouTube videos, and they're talking about they have the 56% that Uworld states that is a high percentage of passing or better. And I'm like, where are the people that don't fall into that range? And I couldn't really find anybody. So this is another reason why I wanted to come on here and share my experience with it, just to know that somebody else is out there and I'm not the only one that's not getting that certain amount, that exact point, that 56. So I was in the 50, but I just wasn't hitting that 56%. But I will say that my knowledge has grown tremendously doing these questions. I didn't go back and do questions that I already did. I always wanted to do new questions because I wanted to get as much content in as I could before I took it. So I feel like that's another reason why my score kind of didn't go up, because I'm getting new questions every time, and sometimes the content is newer, something that I haven't seen in a while, or just new in general. So that was my take on the question bank, to not take it too seriously and just use it as a guide for your personal self, and don't sit there and try to compare yourself to others, because we all know that can become overwhelming. So just don't take the number too seriously, because obviously I passed it in 79 questions, and so can you. And I didn't even get to the 56% question bank with Uworld, but Uworld is a helpful tool. I really wish I would have purchased Uworld in nursing school, maybe, or the school offered it some way, somehow, because the way they simplify their explanation, their rationales, and really help you to understand the content and what you need and what you kind of don't need. It really, gives you the graphics, gives you everything you need, really. And I really enjoyed using Uworld. At first, it was a little like, oh my gosh, this is new, because I'm not used to the setup of it, because I was using Elsevier test bank that the school provided. So it was different, but it is very helpful, and I highly do recommend. It is worth the money. Don't let the QBank score signify how you think you're going to do, because it's really just an indicator to them, but that really doesn't mean anything, because again, you're getting new questions, you're getting new information each time you take new questions. And I don't know if it would affect your score if you did old questions, like the questions you've already seen, and try to go back and see, like, did I learn that content or that concept? But to me, it really, now looking hindsight, I'm glad I didn't let it like consume me to a way to where I felt, belittled, or like I wasn't confident in going in there and taking the NCLEX. My study plan that I used to prepare for the NCLEX was pretty simple. I've kind of already explained it. But I used Uworld. Obviously, I did 50 questions a day during the week. Some days during the week I didn't have time, or my mind was not there to do questions, so it depended on the week. Usually I would say 2 to 3 to 4 times a week. I did 50 questions. I tried to do 75 at first, but I was like, this is too much. 50 questions was like the perfect amount for me. It took me a couple hours because I really wanted to go through the rationales of each question and really learn and digest what I am doing. So I did the 50 questions a day. That's pretty much the bulk of my studying. I fresh out of nursing school, so I'm pretty much good on like the bigger concepts, and I'm just good overall. We've been preparing for this for 2 years to use this as a tool to just brush up on, okay, your test taking strategies, because that's really what the big part of it is really understanding what they're asking you through the NCLEX questions. Other part that I did was the 2 assessments, like I mentioned in Uworld. The first self-assessment I did was about 2 to 3 weeks into studying. I got a low chance of passing through Uworld. And then my second assessment that I took this one last week. I got a very high chance of passing. So if that tells you anything about Uworld, the improvement that I've seen was tremendous, and just my confidence and my knowledge that I now know, because it's really simplified things to a point where I could really understand them. Now, I didn't understand each and every little thing, but I really saw the growth in my knowledge and my confidence again, and just my scores on the self-assessment, and highly recommend Uworld. It's worth the money. And I also wanted to mention that my last week of nursing school, which is beginning of May, we had a 3-day HESI live review from Elsevier, and we used this book, Nclex-Rn exam, and it's pretty much like PowerPoint pages. The instructor had went through this book in 3 days, literally like a crash course, and I want to say it helped me. I don't know if it helped me or freaked me out even more, but I didn't look back at this probably but one time, just because it's simplified information, but I don't know. It just depends on how you study, but I didn't look at this at all after that 3-day review, just because Uworld was I thought was really the thing for me, and it really was. And I wanted to mention this Elsevier Evolve book is what we used in our nursing, professional nursing class to prep for NCLEX, because that was a class for literally us to prep for NCLEX. And this was I feel like this book was better than the HESI live instructor used, because it's not PowerPoint. It's really like gives you the base knowledge of the content. So I don't know if you guys looking into books or what, but this one was useful. I didn't order any outside resources, any other NCLEX prep books, but this one was a really good one. It really just simplified things, like this is what you need to know about it, and that's that. I hated when instructors used to give us those big PowerPoints and went to every single little thing, and of course we need to be familiar at least with the content of that, but it was really like overwhelming. It was like, okay, what exactly do I need to know from this? I really just wanted to know what I needed to know, like for real. What is the base core knowledge? Because all of the other stuff will come. What is the foundation? That's really what I wanted to know. And this book really, just gives you what you need to know. Maybe a little more, but it really like simplifies it, I feel like. All right, you guys, and that is it for this video. I hope I gave you some tips, tricks, or information just about Uworld and how it corresponds to NCLEX. I just, again, want you to know that your score on Uworld does not define how you are going to do on the NCLEX. Uworld is definitely harder than the NCLEX, and I can attest to that, because I left that test and was like, that was kind of easy, but like, am I tripping? Is my brain tricking me into thinking? You know how it is with test anxiety and stuff, but I really think Uworld is a good tool, and that's pretty much all I used. And take days off. Don't think you need to study each and every day, even before the NCLEX. You have prepared yourself for 2 years, if not less than that, if not more than that. I know it's easy to say and hard to do, but just know that you got it, and the score on Uworld does not define you. And yeah, I'm telling you all the things that I wish somebody would have told me before. So I'm wishing you luck. I'm wishing you success in whatever you do. If you're taking the NCLEX, if you've already taken it, and just let me know in the comments if you have any questions or concerns, or just message me. Drop a comment below if you have any video topics that you would like to hear about the Pearson VUE trick, about just anything NCLEX related or nursing school related. I'm happy you guys followed me through this journey, and I'm happy to just say again, I finally made it. BSNRN, put some respect on my name. The price just went up, okay? And I'm so excited, and I just feel this euphoric feeling. So I just know you will too, and I'm so proud of you. Keep grinding, keep doing it, because it's almost here. It's attainable. If I can do it, you can do it. And I just hope I could help you in some kind of way, ease your nerves, boost your confidence, whatever it is. I pray that I could just do that for you. So I hope this video helped you a lot, and I will catch y'all in the next video. See y'all later.